Hell,
What happened there?
what happened where? You didn't talk.
There was no music on my end. I heard nothing.
You don't hear any music?
No, I didn't hear any music. I do now. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the A Show. I am your fabulously stunned host, April Hunter, and this is my beautiful and on-time host, Big Ray Hernandez. No, I did not hear music. No, I think I'm getting deafer and deafer.
Hold on, let me try something. I'm going to try something. I'm going to mute you. You don't hear music, do you? That's what it is. I muted you.
I was like, Gam Woofer said he didn't hear the music either.
Really?
Yeah. Thank you, Gam.
All right, hold on. Stand by. It's going to get loud.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to test this out. Because we got.
Gary said he didn't hear it either.
Stand by.
Okay.
Do you hear this now? Hold on.
Okay. No, we don't hear it. No.
You're kidding.
No. You're going to have to sing.
That's crazy.
We're sexy and smart and sexy and smart and sexy and smart. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the A Show. Oh, man. I see lots of people in here. What's up? I see some cheers. Some people are throwing some biddies. So that means, you know what that means. If you throw some biddies, we got to shake those titties. So tonight, you're gonna do this tonight, right? We'll figure it out after the show. Let's not make them wait.
Do you hear this?
Make them wait.
Do you hear this?
No, I don't hear it.
You got to be shitting me.
I'm not shitting you. Would I shit you? Why would I shit thee? How could I shit thou?
Keep going. I'm here.
Anyway, welcome. I see Gam Woofers and Alex, Allie, cool, awesome dude, Winona. Thank you for backing me up, you guys. War Demon. Who am I missing here? Oh my God, there's lots of you in here. Hello, Madness. Hey, yo. Gary. Who else did I miss? If I missed you, I'm so sorry. But welcome, everybody. It's nice to see you again. Thanks to everyone here last week when I could not be. I appreciate it. I was up in North Carolina, which I've been doing for about 1 week a month, working on a property up there, helping out with cleaning up and fixing and all of that. So, and the internet's not great up in the Blue Ridge Mountains. So it's if you think my internet's bad, you just see it up there. It's like, bleh. So anyway, Richard Hutchinson, welcome. So anyway, tonight we have an interesting show. Unfortunately, documentarian Morgan Spurlock passed away, and we were going to discuss that. He was responsible for, I looked at his IMDb, he's responsible for a lot of documentaries, like way more than I thought. I'm talking, there were like 25, 30 things on there, but he's most known for Supersize Me, which a lot of people confuse him for Michael Moore. That one's still here. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about this, which I picked up in North Carolina. You guys may have seen this already. The video of people chasing down the little bear cubs. That was right in Asheville. I'm outside of Asheville by about an hour, and there were repercussions that happened after that I don't know if a lot of people heard about, but the articles in the newspaper, and I'll fill you guys in. And then some stuff that you're probably not hearing about on the news, and we'll just talk. But no, I'm not moving there. I just like to get out of Florida right now because it's hot as fuck. It is like 100 degrees right now here in Florida, and we've not had rain in 2 months. 2 months. April. So it's ridiculous. And hi, Steve. Welcome. So yeah, it's brutal. So any excuse to get out of this state right now, we're kind of in hell. So, and no, it's not another cocaine bear. You
hear me, right?
We hear you. Yeah, we hear you and air conditioning.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Well, no. It sounds like you're down a tube. I heard it very vaguely.
This is really frustrating me.
Okay. Well, you might not have sound effects or music on this one.
Oh, my bad. You can't hear that, right?
No. What are you figuring out right now?
I'm just wondering why my soundboard's not working at all.
Okay.
I hear everything.
So Gam is saying your mic is not connected.
All right, let me back out.
Okay.
I'll be back in like 2 minutes because this is all going wrong. It's messing me up.
Okay, Steve says we hear your audio just fine. I hear you. Everybody hears you. So Gam says you're on the factory mic.
Right. That's no good. All right, hold on. I'll be back.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, I everything's kind of beautiful this time of year, except for I would think the deep South states, especially Florida's really bad. So it's so beautiful here. It's just hot, like swoobies and swass hot. So yeah, not good. What I did start watching, and I don't know if you guys are watching this, is Outer Range with God, what's his name? The guy that was married to Diane, whatever her name is. Do you know what I'm talking about? Have you watched Outer Range? So there was like one season, Josh Brolin. That's what it was, Josh Brolin. If you've not watched this show, it's like kind of weird, mind-blowing, metaphysical, sci-fi, just kind of cool. So the second season just came out. It was only 8 episodes. It's, God, how do I explain this? It takes place, it's kind of like Yellowstone. It's about 2 families feuding on a 2 farm families, long-term property in both their families, with Native Americans there right in the middle of it. So it's got a very undercurrent Yellowstone vibe to it, plus a very metaphysical element of things happening to the land. So they're all kind of fighting over these land rights for a different reason, because there's something going on with the land that involves time travel. So if you enjoy time travel and you enjoy that like Yellowstone type of show, highly recommend Outer Range. So yeah, Yellowstone-esque. I'm trying to think of Yellowstone meets Manifest, I would say, would maybe be the combination. Or as Daryl says, Outer Limits meets Yellowstone. Thank you. That's, with a touch of Back to the Future. I like it. So right. There he is. He's back. Anybody else watching anything you recommend highly that we should share to everybody?
How about a pair of
big ass titties?
Did you hear that?
Oh, yeah, of course. We've heard that. You're on. You're working.
Oh, finally.
You're working.
So you can hear this then. Right? You hear it?
We all hear you. I hear you. Yep.
I got it. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. Sucker ducky quack quack. Got it.
Yeah.
Sucker. All right. You don't so let me explain something to you guys. As when you do stuff like this as a producer and your shit is not working properly, it literally fucks up your head and you can't do anything right. Nothing seems to work. So it throws you off. Does that make sense? It's like having a guitar.
It does. Yeah.
It's having a guitar. You're a guitar player, and one of your fucking strings pop, and you got to find a cat to tie the string back to your guitar. Anybody get that joke?
Real quick. Yeah, I do.
All right, you got that right. Caramel.
I can appreciate that one.
All right, thank you.
All right, and hi, Brian. Welcome from America to Trinidad.
Listen, I've heard my wife say this before. Where Winona says, "All your parts are in working order now, Ray."
There you go.
All right, so now, how are you?
Good. Oh, I'm better than you, I guess. Oh, so we're talking TV. I was recommending Outer Range. Steve is saying he watched Atlas on Netflix. Not bad, but not great.
Ooh.
Nobody has time for not bad, but not great. We need to know the good stuff, because we spend so much time death scrolling on our phone and doom scrolling that we need to know only the best stuff. So what's the best stuff, you guys?
I saw a documentary. If you're into sports, like in particular baseball, there's on Netflix. There's a New York Yankees documentary about
No.
What? About the year 1990 and all the craziness that ensued before the Yankees became that, with Derek Jeter and Paul O'Neill and all those cool guys. So it was
Wasn't
like
it the year of like the Sosa and the Jeters and all that? That was the big.
it was the year when George Steinbrenner, the owner of the Yankees, got thrown out of baseball, and then the Yankees were able to rebuild. It was like it was a really, really good, well done documentary. If you guys are into sports, into that. I don't know what the hell else. Oh, you know what else I watched? What the hell? I've never seen American Graffiti in my life. So I downloaded that. I'm gonna be watching that soon. You know that movie? So
Brian's talking about The Boys. Oh my God, so good, right?
Yeah, but when's season 4?
It's coming soon.
Jesus
Real soon.
Christ, I've been waiting for that shit for like 3 years.
It's happening. So every season finale is like the best. It's like the other one that has the best season finales like that was what's that HBO show with Carrie? Ah, my God.
Carrie,
the CIA one.
I don't watch that show.
Oh,
I don't know what you guys. What are you talking about? Which
Homeland. It's one of the best series ever.
Never seen it.
So Allie's saying watch Tokusatsu. Am I saying that right? Tokusatsu.
Where's that? Let me see.
Up there, and then Steve is saying Furioso.
Watch right? Tokusatsu.
Red Sunny says Leo on Netflix is good. Eva is saying, hi, Eva. Last season of Evil starts this week. Homeland is excellent, isn't it? Right? Oh my God.
I got a good one for you.
What's that?
So there was it was like
Marvels,
a short
the Marvels.
The Marvels. It's a short mini series. It's called what is it, Mr. It's from Australia, right? But it's really good. You could watch it on Hulu, actually. It's only one season, if I'm correct. And the episode, let me just check the episode guide. Yeah, it's only one season, 6 episodes. But it's so fucking good. It's called Mr. In Between. It's about I don't want to spoil it, but he's a father, a really loving father, but he's a hitman.
Ooh, that's my type of thing.
Bro.
Is that Gross Point Blank?
April, you would fucking love it. Mr. In Between. I love it. Check it out.
I like that Dexter type of thing, like a good guy, bad guy.
Right.
Like shades of gray.
Anybody here in the chat ever heard of this, Mr. In Between? It's so freaking good.
You know why? Do you know why a lot of foreign shows are really, really good too? And I'm sorry if my table's squeaking and screwing up. I don't know what happened. It got knocked off.
I got my air conditioner going. We're good.
Yeah. It's like, I apologize if there's like sound effects here because I'm hitting my thing, so I'm excited. I know. Okay, so we have a rating system in America that sucks balls. Like no more than 3 seconds of full frontal nudity, or no more than 3 seconds of penis, or no more than, you can't have any more than like 7 or 4 F-bombs before something becomes NC-17 or whatever. There's like such limitations on these things. You can't show this type of sexual assault. You can't show this, you can't show that. But in Europe and Asia and in other places like Australia, they don't have these restrictions for their rating. They don't have a rating system like this. So they can tell the story. So if you've ever watched a show that we have attempted to remake after it's been done in Britain or England or anywhere, you will watch a shadow of how it's been done. Like an example of that is Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. So when I saw the original Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and then I heard they were remaking it, I'm like, there's no way they can remake this movie for an American audience the way it needs to be told. Because there's just so much violence and so much rape and so much going on that was integral to the storyline. It had to be there. And they just screwed it up. Do not watch the American version with Daniel Craig. Sorry, Daniel Craig. I love him, but no. Got to watch the original foreign one with the subtitles. It is so good.
I'm going to check that out. Canada the Spaceman says, Big Ray liked Oz and Spartacus. And you know what? That's not funny.
Canada Spaceman, we all liked Oz and Spartacus.
Well, I can tell you, sirs, that he's gay.
Gay!
Yeah, there were a lot of dicks in Oz, that's for sure. A lot of dicks.
Remember Adebisi?
Yes.
With the little hat?
Yeah, with the big swinging black dick. Took up the whole thing.
Okay, sure. I mean, that was there. I wasn't paying attention much to that. did knock my TV over a couple of times.
Super
But
impressive, but the 10 pounds heavier on film.
I don't know what to say about that. But I'm gonna tell you, man. I told you I watched all 7 seasons of 30 Rock. I never seen it before.
Mm.
And I freaking fell in love with that show. I absolutely loved it. I like that thing that you're wearing around your neck. What is that?
I don't know. Somebody sent it to me off my Amazon wish list, and I love it.
That's really cool. It looks like
thank you to my wonderful fans.
Looks Star Trek-y. If that makes any sense.
I dig it. I love when fans send me things and they work and I can wear them on the show. So
yeah. You could do that, right? You could do live long and prosper. Can you do this though? Can you go between?
Can I do probably not. I got brain damage from
not bad. Not bad.
Brain damage from falling and getting concussions. That's why I screw things up and I say JFK instead of RFK or Charles Schwab instead of Klaus Schwab. Oh. Yeah, you got to correct me on these things. Don't let me slide when I call me on it, you guys, all of you. That's because my brain has a little bit of a Swiss cheese thing. There's like a hole there sometimes. It's just
got a brain delay.
Yeah, 11 concussions. So I think I'm doing pretty good for that many concussions, but still there's a thing there where it's just not there. So Benji, good morning to you. Where's Benji? You located?
Yeah, where's Benji coming from?
I know. Where are you coming from? Who am I missing here? I saw a couple others.
Let me see. So Winona, Red Sunny, Canada Spaceman.
I missed you guys.
Cool, awesome dude. War Demons back. DC United. Who else? Allie is here. Gam Wolfers. Brian Springer is here. Mr.
From Trinidad.
Adam Braithwaite.
Wagwan.
We have Eva. Who else we have? Jeez, we have a nice full house here. Usually the show doesn't. We have Daryl. He's here.
I know. What's up, Daryl?
Yeah, the show really started off shitty, so it's my fault. Richard is here. What's going on, Rich?
Look, here's the thing, right?
I like this one.
Right. We're not running a show on a national network. We love our fans. We know our fans. We've met lots of our fans in public, in person. We're not exactly curing cancer over here, so
not yet.
If we're giving you the cure to cancer, we're telling you that, but we're not doing the work. So if we're a little bit amateur, that's part of what makes us real.
Amateur hour,
and I'm sticking by
it. That's fair. How was
your England?
Hey,
awesome.
How you doing? Good day, mate.
Awesome.
What? No.
Thanks, Brian. You sounded like you were Australian there for a minute.
That was the joke, April.
Wrong continent.
That was the joke.
Okay.
How was your trip?
My trip was awesome. I go for about a week every month, and it's the Blue Ridge Mountains. It's way, out in the middle of nowhere. I'm in a tiny mountain town called Burnsville. It's about an hour outside of Asheville, and there's a whole lot of nothing there. Things are expensive there. You would think because it's North Carolina it'd be cheaper, but I actually go and get all my groceries in Tampa, which is not cheap, and take them up in what do you call it, coolers, because the same cheese I buy here for $4 is $9.50 up there because of having to deliver everything through mountains. So that gives you an idea of how much things cost. So most things are kind of expensive, and everything closes like at 5 o'clock. So it's one of those places where you really have to plan ahead.
Yeah. I was gonna say, April, something like you are frozen. I thought it was just me.
Okay.
Yeah. You're frozen. I mean, your audio is fantastic. It's again your video. Maybe
yeah, I wonder if I have too much going on.
I mean, you could.
Am I still frozen?
Oh yeah. Oh, I see. You're like a snow beast.
All right, I'm turning my internet off. Do you think this is because my phone is on the internet?
I mean, possible. I try to turn off as much as possible when I'm streaming, or
I turn off my phone,
or I directly connect. But you can always back out and then come back in or whatever it is, and we can talk about you in a negative fashion while you leave, and then talk nice about you when you come back, because that's what people do nowadays.
Okay, I'm gonna also shut down my extra windows. Do you think that'll help?
If you want, you can literally back out and then come back. I mean, it's gonna take like 5 minutes to restart your computer or whatever you got to do. I can always just talk shit for just a quick minute.
I'll move from stage. Right?
Now your audio is gone. It's all beat up. So I guess maybe today's not one of those days, guys. I don't know what to tell you. So I'm gonna ask you a favor. Don't leave, but I'll talk about something uh that I found really cool. If you guys didn't listen to my show earlier today, you guys are not always into I know you're not all into baseball and stuff like that, but a very interesting situation happened earlier regarding baseball. And I don't know if you guys ever heard of the Negro Leagues, but back in the day, baseball was segregated. This is before Jackie Robinson came in to be the first Black or African American athlete to play baseball. And today, all the stats. So there were two leagues. There was the major leagues, and then you had the Negro Leagues. So these two leagues were actually separated. But there were some guys like Josh Gibson, and I mean I can name a plethora of people that played in the Negro Leagues that they say would have been just as good or even better than most of the Major League Baseball players right now. April will be right back, guys. So hold on. She's coming back on. She's logging back on. I just wanted to talk to you about this. Canada Spaceman says Sammy Sosa was the best of the Negro Leagues. Well, not really. But so the cool thing is that they took all the stats, right, from the Negro League baseball players, and they're finally giving them props. And so let's just say that I'm doing this off the top of my head, but if you guys know what a slugging percentage is, it's like basically if you get a base hit, double, triples, home runs, they add all these numbers up, and it adds up to like over 1,000, like maybe 1,200 or whatever. So I think the top was Babe Ruth was the number one slugging percentage, but now it's Josh Gibson. Like those numbers came over to Major League Baseball, and this is one of the instances where Willie Mays. So it's funny about Willie Mays. So Willie Mays played in the Negro Leagues for quite some time, and he had a couple of hits that weren't added, to his Major League stats, and now those hits will be added to the Major League stats. Now, my question to you guys is: Japanese baseball is also very popular and also very, very good. I'm wondering if now maybe perhaps a guy like Ichiro Suzuki, I don't know if you guys remember that guy, he's played with Seattle. I'm wondering if he maybe will have some of his hits transferred over to the United States. The guy played some of his career over there in Japan, or most of his career in Japan. They came over here as a young man still, and he got 3,000 hits. That's insane. The guy was a hitting machine. So I'm just wondering, but it just leads me to think about the segregation of baseball back in the day, and how this is a positive thing. Nowadays everything's about race. Everything's about race and hate and all that stuff. And back then, you had African American baseball players and people who really wanted to make a difference. Now, there's situations where you have Latinos and African Americans and Asians. Just every race is just trying to utilize whatever's the weakest part of their being, I guess they want to call it. And they just want to just take that and just freaking try to get a free ride with however they can. No longer are people being what's the word, hired or promoted or anything. Like there's certain quotas, man, and it's just so disgusting. But speaking about disgusting, I don't know if you guys have been following the Donald Trump trial, but the jury was deliberating for 4 hours today. And I'm gonna just do this in layman's terms. I don't know if you guys have been following it, but they said that the judge is basically he's just changing rules. This is that crazy, wacky looking, and this is my opinion, corrupt judge, in my opinion, that's just changing rules. And just, you ever heard of the term moving the goalpost? So he's keeping moving the goalpost back, to make it more and more difficult not to prosecute Donald Trump. But the truth of the matter is that even if Donald Trump was to be prosecuted, because he has absolutely no criminal record, from what I understand, I don't know if we have anybody who's an attorney here in the chat room. I don't know if you guys can give me, but I don't think he will do any type of jail time. And I was curious to hear what you guys thought regarding the fact, DC United. I don't know what he says. I have no idea how the jury will rule. Winona jumps in and says, throwing shit at the wall to see if it will stick. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're just changing the fucking rules. They're adding things. From what I understood, and I don't know if you guys heard this, the fact that, check this out, the fact that Donald Trump hired attorneys to fight the case that he's fighting now. Hear me out. The judge deemed that illegal. Hear me out. He deemed that illegal, and that is another strike against. It's just all BS. It's so complicated and all stupid. Red Sonny says, "I hope he gets arrested." I hope he. You know what? I hope he gets arrested too. Because guess what? Well, not arrested, but I hope he loses the trial, because that would make him far and above more powerful than he's ever been before. He would look, he would be looked upon as a martyr. And here's the thing, and Eva says it's all bullshit. It's also making him more popular. And that's what I'm saying. The fact of the matter is that, people say, oh yes, we want Donald Trump to get arrested. And whether it would be Donald Trump, let's say it was Joe Biden, right? Let's say it was flipped and Donald Trump was utilizing his power to sink Joe Biden and stuff. The fact that people are using political power to not help the public, because when you're in politics, you're supposed to work for the people. But what they're doing is there's like a power struggle, and the only thing they really give a shit about is legitimately just having more and more power. So they're not utilizing their strengths, or they're not utilizing what their positions to better help the American government, or whatever government you are. And I'm talking about any government, whether it be Canada, whether it be our friends over in Italy, United Kingdom. Whenever you have a monarchy or somebody that's not there. Where the hell is April, by the way? Let me see if April texted me. But whenever you have somebody that's let me see. April says nothing. Great. But whenever you have somebody in power that's more concerned with power, all it does is hurt. All it does is hurt people. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to show you guys, because remember we were talking about the show. Let me see. We were talking about shows to watch, right? And I was telling you about this cool Australian show, Mr. In Between. So I'm going to show you the preview to it, Mr. In Between, Australia, Mr. In Between. I don't know if nobody from Australia, right? Jimmy T's not here. So this is just let me see, preview. Yeah, I can do that. Preview, and I think you guys would love it. So let's take a look at this. This is the official trailer of Mr. In Between. Check it out. Like I said, I believe it's you just texted her. Cool. I'm going to share this really quickly. So let's see if she pops up anytime soon. So this is the trailer.
Tell us a little bit about why you're here.
My name is Ray. I'm 40. Got a kid.
Do you think that you've got an anger problem?
No. There's people in this world who will take and take till there's nothing left here.
Whoa.
Man, why don't you watch where you're going, eh?
What was that?
You gotta fight back, Always better to give than receive.
Is it?
I'll give you your money, okay?
It's not my job to collect money, it's his job.
What's your job?
My job's to make you sorry you didn't pay when you had the chance. I'm Brittany's dad. I work in the security industry. Yeah, mate.
Have you ever killed anybody?
Once. I'm just kidding, mate.
So anyway, April, I wanted to show. I was just taking time out, and I showed him the trailer. I think you would really fucking like this movie. I mean, this TV show.
It looks like a Australian Ray Donovan.
Bro, this dude is so awesome. He follows me on social media now, like, because I was just like putting him over. So I was talking about the Trump trial while you were off.
Yeah, I haven't been following it. I actually, believe it or not, I don't follow politics. I just follow like events.
Well, this was an event because I was telling everybody that they postponed the jury, the deliberation. They deliberated for 4 hours, and the judge keeps changing shit. He keeps so apparently he made it, like I was telling everybody, now you're back. He made it illegal for the fact that Donald Trump hired somebody to defend this case somehow.
Wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. The fact that he's using his money, or whatever money he's using, to hire lawyers to defend this case has now been deemed illegal, but they never explained that to Donald Trump's defense and it digs a deeper hole for his case.
Wait, isn't he entitled to a lawyer? And hi, everybody. Thanks
Bingo.
for being patient.
That's called the kangaroo court.
Yeah. Like, inmates are running the asylum right now. That's insane. This is so dumb. I just see what happened with the libertarians.
No, tell me.
Oh, I don't. So Robert F. Kennedy Jr. accepted the nomination by video, and then they turned around and nominated somebody else who was a LGBTQ activist and a big mask guy. So it was some guy who was exactly, I don't even know why these doesn't stand for anything libertarian.
Why?
So, because they want to do less than 3% of the vote again. They like that number, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, hey, Brian, I don't like the sound of that, kid.
Oh, I know. It's just it's all a joke. It's all just a joke.
So, would you like to get into our first story here, my friend?
Sure.
All right, let me just pause this. So, this is, I don't know if you guys remember this, but this was the trailer to a documentary. Do you remember the year the documentary was? I can't remember. April.
Oh, it was a long time ago. Actually, I want to say 2004.
Okay, so it's a minute long. Just to refresh you guys, remember this is a documentary, and this is the gentleman that passed away. This is Morgan Spurlock, and the documentary is called Supersize Me.
The double quarter pounder with cheese meal. I think I'm gonna have to go supersize.
It's hard for me to watch him go through this.
It seems like you're starting to get addicted to it now.
You saw these numbers, right? These numbers are outrageous.
Unfortunately, you cause some major harm to your heart, your liver, your blood.
You're gonna die. You'll die.
I want more.
You gotta stop.
Supersize the American way. Getting fat, getting broke, either way you're going.
So this is we'll lower this down. So I don't know if you remember this back in the day. I want to talk over the music because we see Mr. Spurlock he would eat McDonald's specifically
for 30 days straight.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And so you did a ton of research, you said, on this.
I didn't do a ton.
Oh, well,
but I did some research on it, yeah. So go on, finish your.
Sorry, I muted myself because I had to fix my mic.
Okay.
No, so basically, yeah. So I remember watching this documentary. I don't know if you guys remember back in the day where you used to go to McDonald's, and you order a Big Mac meal, right? And they're like, "Would you like to supersize
back when you could afford it?"
Of course. And they were like, "Hey, for another 23 cents or whatever it was, you can supersize
it. Biggie size it, yeah, or whatever you call it, yeah.
And you get more bang, quote unquote, bang for your buck." But this guy made this, created this documentary, produced this documentary, started this documentary, and it basically changed. It changed the world and the way they see fast food. But we're gonna get into that. But also, so now think about this. This guy ate all this food. He did a Supersize Me too. It was like based on chicken products.
Yeah, he did on the chicken, which I was grateful that he did that because the chicken and the egg industry is god awful. So he exposed all of it. But also, he did one on advertising as well.
But also, and I'm gonna shut up after I say this. Also, the gentleman was a big proponent of the gimmick shot. Let's call it that. The vaccine, and he died at the age of 53.
Yeah, he did.
So
after so there's some things around that too.
Let's talk about it.
All right. Well, and as Canada Spaceman says on his wiki page, he cheated on his wives and girlfriends, had a sexual assault complaint, and then died of cancer. That's not exactly the whole story. That's the media version of that story. So, and hi, Brian. Yes, he did do all of those things. I'm not that I'm defending him. He had a one-night stand with somebody and believed it was consensual. And then she came back and said it was sexual assault many years later.
Interesting.
So I guess so. I don't know. He just, when in those cases, I've had a couple of friends get into those cases too, male friends, and the lawyers always overwhelmingly always advise them to just pay out. That it's not worth being dragged through. They're just advising to pay out. And I'm like, well, doesn't that make you look guilty? And they're like, yeah, unfortunately. So going back on Supersize Me, a lot of people felt that he lost credibility because he later admitted that he had been an alcoholic for a very long time. And that's how he gained his weight. But he went into rehab at the end of 2017. And from what I understand, he had been clean for now nearly 7 years, which isn't a long time, but it's a significant time to allow for
your body to heal. Hell yeah.
Your body to heal. Yeah.
It was a decade. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, 6-7 years. So, like I said, from what I've read or what I looked up or understand, I could be wrong. I'm going by, my usual digging. I also looked up all his family members because they were listed, and that's what I do. So I was able to garner some information through all of that. His brothers, his father, mother, all of that, ex-wives, 2 ex-wives. So with the alcoholism, that is true. He did have, he did drink through those documentaries. However, and hello, everybody joining us late. Nice to see you here. I don't believe Supersize Me should be canceled out. And I don't mean canceled. I don't think it should be discredited because he was an alcoholic, because I don't think he gained weight simply because he was an alcoholic eating McDonald's. He had been an alcoholic previous to that. He was an alcoholic after that. So the only new factor in those 30 days was McDonald's food. So the numbers that changed off of the numbers he had previously were the McDonald's numbers. And that did add up as far as, checking out everything that was online and available to see, which a lot of it was public. Here's the thing. A lot of people are saying, okay, well, how do you know he died from this? How do you know he died from that? A lot of people are assuming it was alcohol because alcohol does make you bloated. But so does fast food. And one of the things he was talking about is that over a weekend now he could gain 4 or 5 pounds because he now has far more fat cells than he used to. So when you are given a X amount of number of fat cells, but you can gain fat cells or lose them. So when you get more fat cells, which a lot of people do from eating fast food, the fat cells will just keep growing. So it is something that people should be aware of. And there's an addictive component with fast food as well.
Oh yeah. Well, there was one point of the thing where one of the doctors was telling him, I think you're becoming addicted. You can become addicted to anything, especially something like sugar.
Mm-hmm.
And in those fast foods, in the sodas and in the fries and the burgers and the sauces, there's tons and tons of sugar.
There's a lot of sugar in fried chicken, actually.
I got the McDonald's menu up here just for fun, for shits and giggles while we're talking about this real quick. I was just curious, just like looking at the burgers and stuff. Let's look at a Big Mac's 590 calories. But if you break it down here, right? Saturated fat, 11 grams, total sugar is 9 grams, which is not horrible, kind of, I guess. But if you look at all the added sugars, 7 grams of added sugars, like 85 milligrams of cholesterol. Now the soda. Now here's the thing. Look at all that sodium. 1,050 milligrams of sodium. Is it even? Well, damn. I thought it was gonna be worse though.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Some things are. I think when you pair it, the thing is you're going to pair it with. You're not just going in to eat that, right? You're pairing it with other things. So you're kind of doing a triple slam there.
Interesting.
Believe it or not, like on some of the menus, the salads are the worst thing you could possibly eat.
Yes.
Or like the chicken salads or the chicken salad. Like I remember Wendy's had a chicken salad sandwich. It was by far the worst thing and the most calorific item you could order. It was way worse than ordering a roast beef.
That's when McDonald's tried to go healthy after this. That was directly after this.
Yeah.
And then they had the salads that you would shake And then some things were fucking horrible. They had the chef's salad and shit. It was terrible for you.
Terrible. So
terrible. But yeah,
it tasted terrible too. So unfortunately, he did pass away at the age of 53. And if we're honest here, most alcoholics, even lifetime alcoholics, and I know because I come from a family full of them, they don't die in their mid 50s or early 50s. This is something that usually doesn't set in until later. On average,
much later, yeah.
Yeah, on average, they die later. We're talking like significantly, 15 years later.
Maybe
and
70s.
A lot of times, late 60s, early 70s, mid 70s, sometimes even later. And a lot of times they end up with type 1 diabetes too. Type 1, type 2.
Or they have liver issues or you know, that type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's exceptionally rare for someone to die of alcoholism in the early 50s. So if you put that together and then add in the fact that he went to rehab and has been clean, and then add it, this is all supposition, okay? All just guessing.
Yeah.
And then add in the fact that he put on his social media that he got vaccinated, and you should too, is how he was very proud of being vaccinated. And then also that his family said that he had been doing chemo this past year. So he only had the cancer within the last year. So it qualifies as one of the turbo cancers that seem to be a real issue lately as one of the side effects. And he allegedly died from cancer-related side effects, which I don't know what that is. I don't know if anybody knows what that is. This is like, there's all these new terms now with these something related side effects.
Mm-hmm.
It would point to the alleging that this came from something else, huh?
I think it's safe to say that it's fishy.
It's very, it would allege to it would allege to it not necessarily being alcoholism or something else in addition to that.
Well, look who else. I got to pull this up. I didn't even let me just go real quickly to this little gimmick here. I know it's going to be hard for you to see.
Colin, what's up?
What's up, Colin? You suck. So this is Matthew Perry putting over, could I be any more vaccinated? Get your shot and then get your shirt. Shop the entire collection. This is Matthew Perry. And what happened to Matthew Perry?
Died suddenly. Yeah.
So I mean,
this is what drives me nuts. Is this has become a pattern, and no one's allowed to talk about it. And if you do talk about it, people get upset. And I had this conversation on Facebook last week, and there was a couple people who were upset. Yeah, talking about a cover-up, exactly, because they can't back out. You can't back out once you've promised people that's safe and effective over and over and over again, and then kind of forced and coerced them and bullied them into this. How do you walk back? How do you walk that back? How do you walk that back? Especially when the vaccine manufacturers have zero liability. Yeah. You cannot admit what's going on. You cannot say, oops, we fucked up. You just can't. You got to stick to the narrative. So it's unbelievable. And I'm realizing that there's a certain group of people who honestly think that you aren't dying from the vaccine if you haven't taken it and dropped dead right away. Filet-O fishy. Nice, Daryl. Nice. Yeah, so some guy actually argued with me and said, this is 3 years later. I think he called me, you mental midget. This is 3 years later. Of course, he didn't die from the vaccine.
You're pretty tall. What's wrong with him? What are you talking about?
No, but I'm a mental midget, apparently.
Oh, mental.
So it's like, so by that rationale, somebody would smoke a cigarette and put the cigarette out and die immediately or get cancer immediately. Right. They would drink and then get cirrhosis of the liver immediately. No. It takes a while, and none of this stuff was long-term tested. So it's amazing to me that there are some people who think that the shot is going to kill you immediately upon taking it. And that has happened. But there's also something called a slow kill too, right, which is done through side effects, which is why I'm always suggesting to people to look up frontline doctors and Dr. Peter McCullough's detox protocol, which they're having good luck with, and it's all natural. So I am not sponsored. I am not pushing it for any other reason than just get detox from the spike protein.
See, and Winona says this. She says, I had a cousin with cancer, took chemo, was in remission, got COVID, and died a short time later. I'm hearing that more. That basically happened with my aunt. Rest her soul. She just so you understand, she was suffering. Well, she had very, very early stages or signs of dementia. Right? Got the vaccine, got the boost. For her safety, she's a little older.
Yeah.
And then the dementia progressed and she died less than a year after. So, I mean, I'm just, listen, guys, we probably get kicked off of YouTube for this one, but the fact of the matter is that, you know, there's just so much evidence pointing towards something's wrong or something was wrong. The stuff that Fauci, we were talking about this last week with, and a big shout out to Brandon and to John Enright for joining me last week.
Yeah,
you guys.
thank you.
It was a good show.
Yeah.
But we spoke about that last week as well, man. There's too much evidence at April, too much.
Yeah, and it's crazy how many people don't want to see it or aren't acknowledging it. I think a lot of people are awake now, but as somebody pointed this out, they eloquently said something that was said so well, and maybe it will resonate with you, maybe not. And they said they think that a lot of people have if you believe in reincarnation, they have a higher soul age. And if you are an older soul, you've seen a lot of things. You just don't know that. And if things resonate with you. So some of these younger souls basically are idiots. So having a high intellect is not a sign of being intelligent. It's just a sign of having a higher intellect. Having degrees behind your name is not a sign of being intelligent. It's just having degrees behind your name. And we've seen that with COVID. So we've seen, down home, yeehaw, people who never even finished high school, 10 times smarter than doctors over all of this. So how this person put it is, he said, having a younger soul age is like trying to feed a baby steak. No matter how many times you try and explain to them, this is what's happening, this is what's going on, that baby cannot eat that steak. They cannot digest it. They just can't. And they're going to spit it out. So if you have a higher soul age, you're seeing it. You're aware. You know what's going on. You see it. And as he said, he goes, were the pilgrims just exceptionally intelligent? No. They just saw what was going on and they left. And that's the same thing that's happening here. So some people see it, some people don't. I think more people are awakening to what's going on, but there's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
You want to hear a good story real quick?
Well, yeah, but
you have more?
No, I want to say that it's a shame because Morgan Spurlock actually, a lot of people people love him, people hate him. He had a what they call a gonzo way of doing documentaries, but he did a lot of good.
He did.
He made a lot of people aware of things. He actually created change. He created change with the fast food industry. He made people aware of the advertising and the product placement. He made people aware of the chicken and farming industry. He did like 20, 30 different documentaries.
I mean, the fact that you could see how many calories is in a McDonald's burger, that was him.
Yeah.
That was him. When you go to a restaurant.
He contributed a lot. And it's a shame. We need people like that.
It's a shame.
Yeah. I really, really hope some repercussions come from all of this. Because I don't believe he died at age 53 from fighting cancer, a fast set cancer this past year. I don't believe, in my gut, in my heart, I don't believe that happened naturally. I believe that was brought on.
Doesn't make sense.
So, and he has, even on his own social media, he admitted of the thing that's causing cancer. He admitted that everyone should do it, and he had done it himself. So when you do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, you keep putting that stuff in you, it's gonna do something. So, and Colin says we got Doug Benson's Super High Me thanks to Morgan. I'm sure there's got to be some kind of porn remake too, like Super Thigh High Me or something.
Oh yeah,
there's got to be something there.
There's a porn remake for everything.
Had to have been. So sorry, I cut you off. I just go ahead.
Oh no, I wanted to get into a good story, but I think getting into this story kind of coincides with the whole McDonald's thing. If you wanted to talk about this, so I don't know if you guys have noticed over the course of the last couple of years, fast food employees have been doing really disgusting shit.
Oh my god!
And this is another reason why I don't eat out. Now, this is a story coming out of Australia. It became viral this week, but I'll just say that it's not just Australia. I'm sure you've seen many stories like this, but I'm going to share this one with you. It's a 2-minute clip, and let's see what happened here in Australia at McDonald's.
It's a Macca's mop maneuver, and customers aren't loving it.
Multi-billion-dollar company, you think that they have better standards?
Drying while frying, a McDonald's worker provides unwanted special seasoning on a filthy mop.
I've cleaned for years and have my own cleaning company.
Wow.
That is pretty gross.
Put me off a bit. Do you reckon you're going to finish those chips?
Yeah.
Taken last month, circulated online today, catching the eye of food safety expert Mark Furmister.
Couldn't believe it. I have honestly never seen such an image in a country like ours.
A whole new meaning to junk food.
You have potentially a petri dish, bacteria are multiplying. It just shouldn't happen, full stop. There's no excuse.
It's understood the local council has slapped the restaurant with a warning. McDonald's in a statement saying, "We have addressed this with the restaurant directly and conducted thorough retraining for all employees on McDonald's sanitation, hygiene, and food safety procedures." While McDonald's assures us the restaurant has cleaned up its act, understandably, it's left a bad taste in a few people's mouths.
That's a good one.
Will be part of their next order. It's all right, it's from a different Macca's.
Definitely won't be here eating.
A little bit of extra flavoring from the mop. Look, I'm still going to eat it, but that's disgusting.
Proving old habits dry hard.
Oh, these guys with the pun.
They all do. How do we know that didn't make the food taste better? It might have knocked out some of the toxic crap.
You hear this every time they open their mouth. What do you say?
Yeah. Oh, Winona, Super Scissor Me. I love it. That's the one right there. Super Scissor Me.
So what?
Oh my God, that's Burger King foot salad incident.
Yes. So this is if I'm correct, Gammy, tell me if I'm right. One of their employees took off his shoes, took all the lettuce, they're in those metal bins, lined them up and walked through them, and then put them back in and served them.
Sounds delicious.
So, I mean, my question to you is, April, why do you think these fast food workers are doing this shit?
Oh, God, it's so obvious. I used to be a server because you hate the fucking people. You hate your boss. You hate the people mostly because people suck. There's a reason Noah only took animals on the fucking ark.
Yeah, man. I mean, it has something to do with the people not believing him, but yeah.
People suck. Whoever said there's no such thing as a dumb question never worked retail at Christmas. People suck.
Yes.
And by the way, Fred, what's up?
It did happen at Burger King.
That's why they're doing it. They don't like people. They don't like how their boss is treating them. That's a spiteful, angry thing to do.
So how do we like McDonald's like, oh, we retrained. Like, it's not, you don't have to retrain somebody. It's fucking common sense, isn't it? Like, isn't it common sense that you don't take mop water and put it on a cooking burger? I mean, that's fucking disgusting. And you can kill somebody. What happened? What did you see there?
Oh God.
What?
What War Demon said.
What do you say?
He said if April did that, they would sell it triple the price.
They probably would.
Only to about 4 or 5 people though.
I just and you've seen the things, but this is not just employees. These are regular people. Remember when these stupid kids on YouTube, or what was it, TikTok, when it first came out, or whatever the hell they were opening ice cream thing and licking them and then putting them back into the store
yeah. Well, Eva said they get paid shit compared to the abuse they take. Yeah, it's true.
But all right, I get it. But at the same time, look, man, I worked retail when I was young, April. Mm-hmm. And you're right. People suck. People got me angry. There's nothing worse. April, you work retail, right?
I have, yeah.
There's nothing worse
That's
than
why
when
I take my clothes off now and stay in my own house.
there's nothing worse than when the store closes at 10 and people walk in at 9:58.
Yeah.
And start taking their time and looking for deals and going to the fitting room and trying shit on. And oh God, there is nothing like that. But I never did no shit like that.
I'm a late night asshole. I can be because I'm a nighttime person. I always apologize and try and get the hell out too. Like if I'm ordering food and it's late, I will immediately sit down. I know what I want to order. They come over, they're like, "Can you take your drink water? Here's what I want for food too," and we'll eat fast.
My wife, she won't go to the grocery store if it's going to close in a half an hour. She refused. I'm like, "Honey, it closes in a half an hour." "Oh no, we don't want to bother them. They're closing."
I'm the opposite. I will go in that last half hour and I'll remember that game where people had to run around in 3 minutes and collect as much as possible. And everybody always went to the steak thing. They always went to the meat thing. It was like stealing? A game show back in the early 80s.
Supermarket sweep.
Yes, that was the one. I will do that.
Shit.
That's my thing. I'll have my thing and I'm like, dun, 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 and I'll get out. I'm out. So I do, and I love it because if I shop in person, I have a tendency to look at stuff and put more stuff in my cart. So I'm like, oh, look, buy 2, get 1 free, or buy 1, get 1 half off. Why wouldn't I buy extra? And that's how they get you. Whereas if I'm doing supermarket sweep, I got to get in and get out as quick as possible. I got 18 minutes. Go.
Holy shit. April, check this out.
What?
Ready? I'm going to give you a blast from the past, kid. Here we go.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is supermarket sweep.
Sweep. Well, we are ready to play our game, so let's get our contestants started with their free minute and a half of sweep time.
See, 3 minutes. I remembered. Oh my God.
So we're gonna fast forward it, right? And what do they have to do?
This is so nice. I'm going to give somebody a chance.
They have to. Here's the name of the game. They go.
At the end of the show, they used to, have to, like you said, have I think go above a total and shit like that, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
Man, that was a.
They would have a cart full of stuff, and it would be like, "This is $52. This is the high thing," and the cart full mound of thing. Of course, it was like 1981.
Do you remember Cash Cab? Remember Cash Cab?
No.
You remember Cash Cab?
No.
It was a dude that he was a comedian, and he used to drive a real New York City taxi, and then people would think they're taking a regular taxi. But when they got in, all these lights would come on in the taxi as he's actually driving. He's like, "Where are you going?" So if they go from, let's say, downtown to midtown, right? They have to answer questions to keep going to their destination. If they answer all the questions, they get to their destination, the ride is free, and they win cash. And then they get a lifeline or something like. Do you remember Cash Cab? He gambled.
What kind of questions?
But they were hard, like trivia questions.
Ooh, I love that stuff.
Look, he said, look, even DC United says Cash Cab was cool. Access TV ran it for a while. That was a really good show.
I love that. I love trivia. There's a thing on Netflix. Have you guys done the trivia verse yet? It's interactive. You do it with your remote control. I do that to try and work out my Swiss cheese brain. So
I have a Swiss cheese.
Thank you, Maurizio. Yeah, because I feel like if you don't work out your brain, it's gonna, but it's a little thing where it'll give you all the trivia and you try and beat your last score. You can play 2 players too.
Yeah, you probably win. I'm not good with trivia.
I love it.
This is about TV.
You probably do good sports trivia. I suck there.
I wonder if we could ever do like an on-air trivia thing, you and me, like you against me or whatever, you against I.
I dare you.
Holy shit! I'm gonna figure that out. We could do it.
I dare you.
I'm gonna figure out how to do this. We should be able to.
And then we should do a lifeline where we ask the fans here, the viewers.
We can call. Well, then the only person I can call is Colin. He's dumb. Who can you call? You can call Eva. You can call Wade. You can call. Who else can you call? I don't know. Maybe I call Ben. But every answer is like blow it up. Destroy it. Anyway.
Slap it.
Slap it. $5 y'all.
There you go.
But anyway, man, that was pretty disgusting. And really quickly, April, great story. A feel-good story. Super feel-good. Short, sweet. You ready?
Sure.
Louisiana bill to castrate sex offenders moving forward and on governor's desk for a signature. It says here, according to Fox News, a proposed Louisiana state bill allowing judges to sentence convicted child rapists to surgical castration may become law. So basically, they're gonna cut off your ding dong if you fuck with kids.
Yeah, that's fair. They do that in Russia.
Isn't that awesome? Don't you feel good?
I'll take it. There's actually a few good news stories this week, you guys. As far as all the things that we've told you about, to pay attention, stand up, speak out. We are seeing some shift in the tides. So the WHO pandemic treaty got held up, and they admitted that it failed. So a lot of the states dug their feet in last minute and said, no, we're not doing that. We're not handing our health over to you. They're going to try again. They're going to so it's not over yet, but they're going to try again. But it's a really good start that people are finally saying, no, we don't want it. And thank you, Brian. That's pretty funny. What else happened? I believe now I'm doing it off of memory. And again, I'm traveling this weekend and a little tired, but was it Congress that decided to ban the digital money, the CBDCs, or the digital bank currency?
Yeah, they're still trying to fight it, but Donald Trump did promise when he was at the convention for what's the third party? The Libertarians. He got up on stage. He goes, "I won't allow single digital currency," or whatever the fuck he said. He's not gonna let it happen. That's gonna be. So how do you feel about that? Like, are you down with that?
I'm down with that. Florida banned it. Some of the states banned it. Tennessee banned chemtrails, and now the skies are clear. So it's interesting how you can ban a conspiracy theory, but now the skies are clear.
Interesting.
So,
really, I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, Tennessee banned, which means the surrounding states also benefit from that, like the Carolinas, and so. So there people seem to be waking up a little bit and pushing for the law. So if you guys are speaking out and contacting your representatives and making your voice known and tagging them on social media and speaking about these things, you're doing a good job. It is working. What you're doing is helping. So I just want you to know that. So standing together with all of this is helping. Like we are not left or right here. We are not anything. We want people to be united, and so we all have a great place to live, no matter where that place is, where we're not worried about the quality of our air and the quality of our water, and we're not afraid to go outside, and our kids are safe. So that's, you guys standing up and pushing for these things. Well done. Well done. It's making a difference. It's making a difference.
April, we spoke about that last week, how we feel that there's some type of awakening, because we were talking about how people are starting to see past all these Hollywood actors. Like, look at this fucking idiot, Robert De Niro. You talking to me?
God,
you talking to me? This fucking idiot that goes up there and he just loses his mind, because
John Cusack too. I love John Cusack until that.
How come Robert De Niro doesn't get a punch to the face?
So again, Woofers, thank you. We're going to leave that up for a second. So here's the thing, right? I don't understand why actors are doing this to themselves. Okay, because you get paid. Your rate is commanded on how well you can draw. So, Wolf, what's up? So if you are literally calling half of your people idiots because they like Trump, you are alienating half of your income there. So why aren't you just keeping your mouth shut? Just keep your mouth shut. If you're an actor or anything, if you're whatever, shut the fuck up about your political stuff or who you're voting for, who you're supporting. Don't do it, because it's a huge divide. People wear the political labels like that is who they are. So
it backfired, though. He made it. He looked like an idiot. He looked exactly like. But I'm saying, though, he publicly looked exactly like what they think Biden supporters act and look like. People that yell, people that scream, people that don't want to hear your fucking side of it, people that lose their minds. An old man just talking, reading off a fucking teleprompter, and then loses his fucking mind. Sorry, it just backfired. It's everything that people are hating about this constituency in the president. It says here, Robert De Niro. This is what is that? I can't. What's the name there? I can't see.
Jamie.
Oh, Jamie. Jamie says. Jamie says Robert De Niro. Excuse me. Always tries to play tough guy, but he's the biggest whiny
little bitch out there.
Little bitch out there. I don't disagree. I mean, what did he say in the movies? Can you milk me? What? I have nipples.
I don't know. I just think maybe okay. So Hollywood's having a hard time, right? They're having a hard time with people coming out to the movies. They're having a hard time with the box office. They're having a hard time with all of this.
Disney.
Maybe this is why you keep alienating. All of Hollywood tends to be far left, and they're very vocal about it. Maybe in today's environment, the last thing you need to do is speak about these things and offend the people who are going to pay to see your movies. Because by saying that Trump supporters are idiots or whatever it is that you feel, you're alienating paying customers who would go to the movies, who would take their kids to the movies, who would download your movies and all that. It's not smart. It's just not smart.
It's not. It's dumb. Stupid. Like I said, it backfired. What an idiot. Stephen King. Why don't I say there? I can't read that. Stephen King has been getting more and more that way lately. I love his books, but can't take when he insists on pushing political views. And that's funny because my wife is a huge horror novelist. She likes those novels and she loves Stephen King, and she's the same way. She's tired of this shit.
Yeah, I did one of my major reports on Stephen King. I admire him. I do. I really do. He's been through so much. He has built himself from, nothing. I admire his wife, who's also a writer, for, being there and doing the things that she's done. I admire their partnership. I admire him, but I lose respect for people in these types of situations. John Cusack broke my heart.
Why?
Have you not read his tweets?
No, I don't follow certain people. We'll just break it down.
He's mean. He's nasty. He's very insulting.
Oh, I might like him then. Let me see.
Huh? No, not in a good way.
Oh.
So I love John Cusack. I think he is so talented. And that don't want to change. He's still talented. And I can separate all that, but he's so nasty to anybody who doesn't support his choice, who happens to be Biden. I mean, so mean.
Oh, this prick. I know who this is. I know what this guy. Yeah.
So I was just like, oh man, like, come on.
Come on, man.
It goes the other way too. I mean, I've seen a lot of Trump supporters go this, you see Ted Nugent. He does
really.
Yeah.
Just him.
Well, there's a few of them. So they are very nasty. They're very vocal Trump supporters. They're very nasty to anybody who doesn't follow their lead. It goes both ways. I don't understand it. Like, don't do that. Just don't do that. So it's not smart. So yeah, Fred's like, oh, don't get me started.
Yeah.
So you guys gotta understand. I mean, I know you guys understand this, but you gotta understand that the two-party system is there to keep us divided, and the overwhelming majority of Americans are still moderates. Something like 64 or 67% of people identify as moderates. And that's why they spend a lot of time. Yeah, they still feel like they're in the middle. That's why they spend so much time trying to divide us. So even if you're registered one way or the other, we still mostly feel like, I don't know. This is my party, but they're fucked up here. This is my party, they're fucked up here. Most of us fall somewhere in that gray area. So yeah. Anyway, switching topics.
Oh, the bear thing.
I hate politics. I wanted to tell you guys this because did you see the video? I sent you the video, right? Can you play it?
I'll try to play it. Give me a. You said it's a Facebook, right?
Messenger.
Right, I'll get it. Go ahead. You talk about it.
Thank you. I don't remember what else I sent you.
You sent me some
stuff. It's like a 2-week thing there.
I think I got. So hold on. Let me just go ahead. Keep talking. I got it.
Okay.
A video. I don't see the video. I see.
I thought I said.
Oh, here it is. I got it.
Okay.
No, I got it.
Okay.
Wait. Is it a book being opened?
No,
you didn't send me the video.
Maybe I sent it on text. Just look up bear cub. Bear Cub selfie in North Carolina.
All right,
It'll
Bear
come up.
Cub. Let me see if I can find it. Will it be on YouTube?
It'll come up on YouTube pretty quickly.
Bear Cub selfie.
Bear Cub selfie, North Carolina.
I know what this is about.
Yeah.
Arrow. Okay, go ahead. Talk. I got you. I'll find it.
Okay. So on another thing, as long as we're still talking about this particular situation going on right now, something you guys should know about the Biden administration is trying to pass a DEI incentive for organ donations.
I got it ready, by the way, but go ahead.
So they are going to incentivize financially lower income organ donations and penalize regular income and higher income donations. So if you are of a lower income denomination, you will get your organ donation faster. Whereas if you are a regular income or higher income, they will fine those hospitals $2,000 per surgery for the hospitals to do them instead of a lower income. That's the DEI that they're trying to pass right now. It seems insane. Shouldn't everybody be on a thing where it's as needed and be equal across the board?
Absolutely. I mean,
so I like threw up in my mouth when I heard that. I was just like, "Are you kidding me right now?"
So they're saying like a well-off person.
Yeah, it's absolutely morally just reprehensible. So yeah, somebody who is not in a low income bracket. If you're in a low income bracket, they will financially incentivize you getting your organ donation first. And during all the vaccine thing, I had a friend who needed kidney real bad, and they would not treat him. So they would not do anything until he was vaccinated. And I heard over and over again, multiple people that they turned away, and they would not give them life-saving donations unless they were vaccinated. It was crazy. And now they're doing this. They're playing God again with this stuff.
People better stop messing with God, man. Trying to play God. You ain't no
unbelievable. God. Unbelievable. So now if you are of a normal income bracket or a higher income bracket, they will fine those hospitals $2,000 per person for organ donation for not taking the DEI lower income organ donation. That's what they want. That's what they're trying to pass right now. So this is something that people should know about and should be protesting about or speaking to the representatives about and saying no. So of course you're not going to hear this on TV or news or anything like that. So you're hearing it here. As always, don't take what I say verbatim. Go look it up. Go dig a little bit deeper. Do your own research. Yep. So yeah, like Fred says, life-threatening. Do people who are life-threatening first. Obviously, you need it the most first, regardless of income levels or, race or, whether they're aliens or humans, whatever. Just, Anyway, so pay attention to that and see if you can put your 2 cents in there for that too, since you guys are kicking ass with that stuff.
So I got your bear story, and also don't forget, April, there's a 6-minute video we're going to show. It's called "How to Beat the Banks When It Comes to Your Mortgage." I think I shared that with you. So
okay, we'll do that too.
With that. That could be the last thing we go off.
Let's do it. Let's do that last. Yeah, you guys are going to want to hear this.
Yeah,
oh, and speaking of before we go into the bear story, I want to let you guys know I'm going to be where am I?
Florida.
I'm in Leesburg. Florida this Sunday, this coming Sunday, June 2nd.
Do you have anything on your Facebook page that I can put up?
I do. Lake Collecticon. So I will be appearing live. Would love to do I'm doing a meet and greet. Would love to see some of you guys. So Leesburg, Florida for a special comic fest. And then the end of June, I'm at Tampa Bay Screams, the 28th in Largo, Florida. And then I'll also be out at WrestleCade in North Carolina. Yes, Wolf. Finally, you made it happen. Sort of, your energy must have made it align somehow. Yeah, I'll be at WrestleCade the end of November in North Carolina. But the next two are here we are. So the actual information is probably the first one.
Let me go back one.
That's just my boobs. Nope, probably one before that.
This one.
There you go. Yep, Comic Fest. It is free event, free parking from 12 to 5 on Sunday.
Nice.
So And it's Alex Saviuk will be there. He's been on the show, one of the creators of Spider-Man. So it'll be a good time, and we're celebrating the X-Men. So Jean Grey. Anyway,
do you have a favorite X person?
Well, I got a bunch, but I honestly, Wolverine's probably my favorite. I get him. So
I get him too, brother.
Yeah.
Sister.
Yep.
My brother, sister. Let me get this video up here with these little bear
do your
cubs.
thing.
I found this. This should break everything down as to what's going on in North Carolina. Here we go. Yeah, Colin. I think we're gonna see Colin in this video. Taking rustling little cubs. Here we go.
In order for humans and wildlife to be able to coexist here in the mountains, experts say it's vital that incidents like the ones seen in this video do not ever happen.
She's holding a bear.
You can see the alarming video here of these individuals pulling the cubs from the tree and then holding one of them to take a selfie. Ashley Hobbs with NC Wildlife says this video was reported to them on Tuesday evening.
An apartment complex out in the Fairview area. That officer did ask me to assist him in response to that. So I did get on site and I saw the cub.
While multiple cubs are seen on camera, when Hobbs arrived, she says there was only one still there, adding that the cub was wet, cold, and had been alone for quite some time.
Very
They're chasing
pulled out of a tree like that.
Thankfully, the cub was not harmed and is now in a rehab facility.
We did follow up with the people who pulled the bear out of the tree. We did confront them on site that day. We let them know how irresponsible and potentially deadly it could be for that cub to be separated from its mom.
Hobbs says it's really frustrating to preach about coexisting with bears and then to see videos like this. And she's not
Look at these fucking idiots.
As former director of Help Asheville Bears, Jody Williams was equally as disturbed.
They're lucky they're alive.
All for a selfie.
Yep. They are lucky they're alive.
I mean, I can see
erect.
that.
Yeah, I'm getting angry too.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
What's your initial thoughts watching that?
Imagine if the mother had come by and killed those people. They would have put the mother down for defending her babies.
I can't.
Look at that.
All
They're
right.
just yanking that thing out.
Let's play it while we see these fucking idiots pulling the little baby bear out of the.
Oh, that is some karmic debt I hope they pay for.
Horrible.
Yeah. So here's the follow-up story to that. That was I picked up last week while I was up there. So one of those bears was reunited with its mother. The other one never made it back. So it never made it back to its mother, and they had to take care of it. So the rescue had to take it in. It was very young too. I think bears stay with their moms for 2 years, right?
I believe so.
So
I haven't hung out with a bear in quite some time.
Yeah, here's the thing. Each cub consumes $2,000 to $3,000 worth of food, including produce and specialized bear formula per season. So the cost of refuge is about $30,000 to rehab a cub. So that comes from donations and taxpayers. So these fucking idiots just cost that area of North Carolina, or that area, $30,000 in rehab bills that they have to pay for. So once they get to about 60 or 75 pounds, then they can be released into the wild. So just wanted to let people know that. Stop doing stupid shit. And those people are so lucky they're still alive.
You think that fucking fence would have held back a mama bear?
No,
dude. They're fucked.
No.
And these are the same idiots that take selfies like at the edge of a cliff and not fucking paying attention, or do just stupid shit. I don't get it, man. Or ride the top of a train for a viral video on TikTok.
Yeah,
and it's just ridiculous, man.
I just wanted people to know that that baby never got reunited with its mother, and everybody's taxes went up because of that. So,
but if the baby doesn't get reunited with the mother, what happens then?
The wildlife refuge has to take it in and do their best to rehab it and get it into a good place, a good space, so it can be released when it hits 60 to 75 pounds.
So it's not going to get the natural mothering from the.
No. So
idiots.
Yeah. So just don't do that. And if your friends are idiots, don't let them do that either. So we all have idiot friends. Keep
Colin,
your friends.
don't do that.
Yeah.
Colin, idiot.
Mm-hmm.
You have any other stories before I jump into this this last one with the Illuminati black?
Let's see. For some reason, the UK is suggesting that everybody have 3 days worth of food and water to prep. I think, so I thought that was weird. So I posted the other day that if you don't have the ability to boil water, just say in case one of the things you can do is use 8 to 12 drops of bleach per gallon of water. And then you stir it or shake it and let it stand for 30 minutes. And you can clean your water that way if you collect it or find it. And if it looks particularly murky, repeat that 8 to 12 drops of bleach again in your gallon of water. Stir, let it sit for 30 more minutes. And so there's another thing you can do if you need to find water. You can put Ziploc bags around leaves overnight, close them around the leaf. You can put a little pebble in the bottom and the condensation will gather water. So if you're ever in a situation where you need to clean your water, you need to gather water, those are two options. I don't know what's going on in the UK where they think that people need to have food and water, but just wanted people to know that since water is more important than fear. Water is more important than food and fear. There you go.
Gam Wolfers is making you into a cartoon, apparently.
Oh, really?
Oh, it says this. Side note, still doing a fan art of April. It's all about free time. LOL. He's pretty good.
I can't wait to see it.
He does some good shit. I really enjoy his stuff. So check it out. I think he puts his stuff up on Instagram. What's your Instagram handle, Gam Wolfers? I think it's at Gam Wolfers.
Tag me.
Yeah, tag April, or just put your Instagram handle here so we can see.
Yeah, tag me. Now, mine's Real April Hunter for everybody listening. So, and patreon.com April Hunter if you want to support me and see some boobs.
And what about the April Hunter gold before we,
Yes. Okay, so here's the thing. Gold and silver for the first time ever are down a little bit, which means it is the best time to buy because you're going to get more for your money. Mm-hmm. Gold typically grows and holds its value very, very well. Historically, it always has. So go to April Hunter Gold and check out everything there. You can get gold, you can get silver, you can do a recurring buy. With as little as $30, you can start purchasing precious metals. So it's not me. It's a veteran-owned and trusted company, Wise Wolf Gold Exchange. So April Hunter Gold. And if you decide to do a recurring buy, use the coupon code 1776, and you'll get some free constitutional silver with that. So,
very, very cool. So get your gold at aprilhunter.gold.
Mm-hmm.
Jump into this last story here. It's a 6-minute clip. So we go off the air. We're not going to go off the air to this, but we'll play it. And I want to hear your thoughts on this, April. I did share it with you. And this is very, very fucking interesting. So here we go. This is off of
Beat the Banks, huh?
Beat the Banks.
Let's hear this one.
Let's see what this guy has to say. He looks like a very handsome, smart young man. Here we go.
Hey, everyone. I don't usually do these sort of things. I'm not a big TikTok user, but what I am good at is finance and understanding how to beat the banks. So I've got a couple of people that I've given this advice to, and everyone's been telling me that I should make it public. So here we go. With the interest rates rising in this country and with everyone going through financially hard times, I have some advice for you on how to beat the banks. In this country, and this is a global problem, people don't understand finance. They don't understand how money works. Specifically in relation to interest rates, they don't understand how compound interest works. So I tell people this all the time. If you have mortgages, if you have loans, the best way to beat the banks is to stop playing their game. The reason why banks want you to pay mortgage rates monthly is because they rely on a thing called compound interest.
Yeah, overpay.
Accrues over the course of that 30 days. You make a payment. Say if your mortgage is $1,000, 70% of that is interest, 30% of that is on the capital of the loan. So essentially, per month, you're paying $700 in interest. Now, how do you beat them? Well, you need to stop the compound interest from accruing. So how do you do that? If you're paying $1,000 a month, pay an extra $30 and pay $1 per day to your bank. Because as I said earlier, compound interest goes up over the course of the month, and then it goes, when you make the payment, it goes bang, down 70%. If you make $1 payment per day, it goes up. First day you make a payment, it goes, oh shit, back down to zero. Make another payment the next day, $1, oh, it goes down to zero. If you do that for 30 days, the end of that 30 days, that mortgage payment that you make will be 100%, 100, on the capital that you have on that loan. You will pay a big fat zero.
So let's quickly just recap.
Wait, so he's saying go into your mortgage payment every single day and pay $1 each day.
Put $30 aside for 30 days straight. And he's basically
So pay something every day.
every day $1. $1.
Oh my God, I heard this before. Okay, so I have a friend that does this with his credit card. He said he pays a little something on that every single day on his credit card for the same exact reason, because credit cards do the compound interest as well.
Right.
I believe. Okay.
That's
all right.
That's all right. We're halfway through. Let's see what else.
All right.
In interest. Absolutely zero in interest. And you will end up cutting your mortgage from 25 years down to about 5.
No shit.
Now, the trick with this, and it's another reason why the banks and all these people, they want you to be on fixed interest rates. Because if you're on a fixed interest rate, you can't do this strategy. You can't do this because you're locked into a fixed interest rate. The only way that it works is if you do it on a variable rate, because obviously it drops the interest rate to zero. Day 1, pay $1, 0. Day 2, 0. Day 3, 0, 0, 0, and so on. Till you get to the end of that month when you pay your mortgage repayment, 100% of it goes onto your capital of your loan. So the banks don't make any money, and you pay off your loan in about 1/5 of the time. And you can do this with credit cards. You can do this with car loans. Anything that has a variable interest rate, you can do it. And you can beat the banks. Now, obviously, the trick here is to make sure that you can do this. You have the opportunity to do this. They can't stop you from doing this, though. Obviously, they will try to stop you from doing this. They don't like people doing this. They don't like people having this knowledge, which is why they try to say, oh, yes, go and get a better interest rate. No, just stop paying interest. Nobody out there needs to be paying interest. Get smarter. Be better than the banks. I mean, 90% of the world's population don't even know what mortgage stands for. So mortgage is a Latin word. And it's one of the reasons why they stopped teaching Latin in the world, in schools, in the 90s. Because they don't want people to understand. Most Reserve Bank charters...
They want to keep you dumb.
They don't want you to know the root of the words. Yeah, that's why we were talking about word magic and word power.
This is incredibly informative, and I'm actually going to test this out.
I've been doing this. It does work. I'm
going to test this out this month with what is this? At the end of this month, the next month, I'm going to start doing it. $1 a day. That's $30.
Mm-hmm.
$30 as an investment. I'm going to pay $1 a day on my credit card loans. So I'm going to see if it works. Here we go. We have 2 minutes left.
Most banking charters are written in Latin. That's why they stopped teaching it. But the point I'm trying to get to is mortgage is a 2-part Latin word. Mort.
Death.
In front of my finger. So mort stands for, well, what do they do at a mortuary?
Death.
At a mortuary, they bury dead people. Mm-hmm. So mort stands for death. Gage in Latin stands for pledge. So a mortgage is essentially a death pledge between you and the bank.
Wow.
They never, ever expect you to pay it off. It's modern day indentured slavery. So my goal and my reason for doing this post today is to educate people. Educate people that there is a better way, there's a smarter way, there's an easier way to beat the banks, to not pay them any money, and to get your home owned a hell of a lot quicker than what they allow you to. Now, obviously, the banks don't like this. I've tried to say this stuff before, tried to get this knowledge out to the world, and my comments get deleted. I did a post today on a bank, deleted in 15 minutes. It's gone. So the banks don't like this. They don't like this knowledge
That's
being
why
out
it's at
there,
the
and
end
they
of
will
our
try
show.
to stop you.
Say it again.
That's why it's at the end of our show.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, I did it.
They will send you cease and desist letters. They will try to stop you from doing it. But at the end of the day, they can't. If you get a cease and desist letter, once you start doing this $1 a day payment thing to your financial institution, ignore it. Scrap it up, put it in the bin. What are they going to do? Take you to court and say, oh, Your Honour, he's paying too much. They get laughed out of court. So if you want to beat the banks, beat them by not paying compound interest. Cheers, guys. Hope you enjoyed that, and be safe out there.
That guy.
I love it.
That guy was freaking awesome. Hold on.
You can do this on your credit cards.
Hey,
I have
everyone.
done it on my credit cards. It does work. So, yeah, do that. Don't wait till the payment is due.
Holy shit. That was cool. So he said do it not on a fixed interest loan, a variable. What's the difference again?
Well, some people have fixed on their. As a matter of fact, I had paid to get a fixed interest rate on my mortgage because I didn't want it jumping around. But we have variable on our credit cards and sometimes on our cars too. So variable will change with the
economy,
everything going on. Yeah. And a lot of people, when Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and all that happened, the variable interest rate went like sky high. So that's why, I paid to have a fixed interest rate, but I still did what he did, and I overpaid. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Literally interesting.
That was cool. That was really, really cool. And whoever this guy is,
let's put more of that on here. I like good tips and cheats and how to get around stuff.
God bless that guy.
Yeah.
God bless him.
Well, thanks everybody for being here. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for sharing your time with us and letting us share our time with you. So you can see me, aprilhunter.net, Patriot April Hunter, Real April Hunter on Instagram. If you've been following the frustration with the banks that I've been going through, you'll know that aprilhunter.net CC Bill has doubled our bank fees because I am a model who has done nudity. They have Visa has changed our fee. We have to pay an extra fee. They went from $500 to almost $1,000. $500 to $950 we have to pay every year now. They just decided. The banks just went in and go, okay, so let's just double it on these people. And nobody's fighting for us. So it drives me nuts. So yeah, we're dealing with that. So for those of you who are supporting everything I do, thank you. I appreciate you very, very much because the operating costs get expensive. So thanks. Ray, where are you going to be?
I'll be home. I got to do freaking laundry tomorrow. My
laundry is always there for you.
Well, I'll tell you. So Jen usually doesn't. It's going to be the first time. Check this out. It's going to be the first time that we're going to be away from each other for a couple of days. She's going to what do you call that place? Atlantic City with her cousin. I love her cousin. She's coming to stay over tomorrow, and it's going to be a girls' time. They're going to go and just spend time together. And we have not been away for more than a day from each other. It's going to be like
so
3 days.
You can fart wherever you want.
I fart wherever I want now. I just did twice.
God, you're so married.
I just did that we don't. You know what's crazy? We don't do that in front of each other.
That's what I'm saying. When she's gone, you can do it wherever you want.
And we've been together 10 years, kids. So there still is something as a decorum. But anyway,
yeah, don't do that when you're married. Don't do that.
It's fucking gross. Follow me on social media at Big Ray Hernandez. Can you hear the music, by the way?
Yes.
Oh,
you fixed it.
God.
Thank you.
All right, I'll have to do some editing when I put it up as a podcast. But thank you guys for joining us here this week on The A Show.
Thanks, you guys. Mwah.
Yeet.
Stay in there. This one's a loose one. Might be losing them.
Boobies.
What knockers? Big ass titties.
Yeah.
Yes, boy.